in. It's Monday. I am so sorry W didn't win the lotto again. Keep trying, baby. I still love you.
Good morning, Vernon. Hope you had a beautiful weekend. Here's your Monday WBQP traffic report for the Pensacola area. If you're heading out for the Monday morning commute, expect moderate to heavy traffic between 6:45 and 8:30 a.m. as drivers return to work after the weekend. Traffic is building on Interstate 10 eastbound, approaching the I-110 interchange and the Escambia Bay Bridge, where commuters from Santa Rosa County can expect slower than normal travel. On US 98, across the Pensacola Bay Bridge into Gulf Breeze, allow a few extra minutes as beach traffic combines with the morning rush. Congestion is also possible along Cervantes Street, Davis Highway, 9th Avenue, and Bayou Boulevard during peak school and work travel times. Motorists should also be aware that fiber optic installation projects continue in portions of Pensacola, with intermittent lane restrictions possible on some city streets. Use caution around work crews and obey posted speed limits. At this time, Florida 511 reports no major regional traffic alerts affecting Pensacola's primary highways, though conditions can change quickly during the morning commute. WBQP traffic tip of the day: leave 10 to 15 minutes early, avoid distractions, and give yourself extra following distance during the Monday morning rush. I'm Lola in the WBQP Traffic Center. Have a safe drive, and thanks for making WBQP TV and WBQP Radio your information station part of your morning commute.
It's time for Mornings with Vernon. Yeah. Yeah. Get up now. Come on now. Get up. For Mornings with Vernon. Get up now. Let's go. Get up now. Turn it up now. 1, 2, 3. Let's get it out.
Start your day with Mornings with Vernon on WBQP, Monday through Friday from 6:30 to 9 a.m. Watch on Channel 12 and listen on WBQP Radio on your phone, Alexa, or CarPlay. WBQP is your information station.
It's Monday! Let's get the week moving with Morning with Vernon.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the show. It's a beautiful day out there, and let's get you caught up on everything.
It's time for Mornings with Vernon. Yeah. Yeah. Get up now. Come on now. Get up. For Mornings with Vernon. Get up now. Let's go. Get up now. Turn it up now. 1, 2, 3. Let's get it out.
Start your day with Mornings with Vernon on WBQP, Monday through Friday from 6:30 to 9 a.m. Watch on Channel 12 and listen on WBQP Radio on your phone, Alexa, or CarPlay. WBQP is your information station.
It's Monday! Let's get the week moving with Morning with Vernon.
It's time for mornings with Vernon. Yeah. Yeah. Get up now. Come on now. Get up. For mornings with Vernon. Get up now. Let's go. Get up now. Turn it up now. 1, 2, 3. Let's get it now.
All right, y'all. Good morning. Morning with Vernon. Monday. Yay! It's a Monday morning, y'all. Hope everybody had a good weekend, y'all. Yes, sir. Man, weekend in Pensacola is made for each other. Yeah, Pensacola and the weekend is made for each other. I want to say good morning to everybody that's under the sound of my voice. Good morning, Mrs. Lois Smith Pruitt this morning. Mr. Alan Young this morning. Where's Janice? She ain't get up there. I got a little treat for y'all this morning. So I just want to you make sure you're listening to it and don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. It's all with perfect love, y'all. Yes, sir. I want to greet everybody a great Monday morning. It's a great time to be alive, y'all. Great time to be. Speaking of alive, y'all heard we get into this in our news. One of them congressmen, one of the MAGA congressmen, Lindsey Graham, kicked the bucket over the weekend. So, but we'll talk about that a little bit later on, okay? But what we want to do this morning, y'all, we always going to do. I think everybody's lives a lot better when we start ourselves off with a prayer. Don't you think so? So I'm going to start my program off every morning with a prayer, and may God bless us throughout the day and throughout the week and throughout the years this morning. If I can wake up Reverend Pastor J.O. Gaston, maybe he'll give us a morning prayer.
Gatson of Emmaus Baptist Church. We've come on this matchless Monday to pray with us, to pray with you, to pray with us, to pray over myself, and to receive the blessings of God. Let us pray. Father God in heaven, we thank you for this matchless Monday because the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, is a matchless name. There's none other like him, Lord. So we come briefly on this Monday, seeking you out for the blessings of life, that we may be able to make it through this entire day according to your perfect will. Our prayer in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen, y'all. Amen. Okay? Amen. All right, I tell you what, let's see, maybe can I get a little motivational, probably get it started this morning with a little bit of motivation. Can we do that? Huh? I hope I can get some motivation in this morning here. I don't know, but good morning, everybody.
Every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up. It knows it must run faster than the fastest lion, or it will be killed. Every morning, a lion wakes up. It knows it must outrun the slowest gazelle, or it will starve to death. It doesn't matter whether you are a lion or a gazelle. When the sun comes up, you'd better be running.
If the lion is the king of the jungle, how can he be the king of the jungle? If he's not the biggest, the elephant is probably one of the biggest. He can't be the fastest because that's a cheetah. He can't be the smartest. So he's not the biggest, the fastest, or the smartest. So how does a lion become the king of the jungle? His mentality. That's the only difference of a lion and an elephant. When a lion walks up and sees an elephant, he thinks lunch. An elephant thinks run. And it's all mentality. Because when a male lion walks up, he may be outnumbered by a pack of hyenas, but I'm king of my jungle because of my mentality.
What happens when you're a gazelle and you're not being pushed, you're not being prodded, you're not given a reward, nobody's encouraging you? What happens when you're a gazelle and the lion's not chasing you anymore? You stop running. But what happens when you're a lion? When you are a lion, it does not make a difference. You realize that if your family is going to eat, that if that pack of lions is to survive, then you gotta go hunt. A part of being a beast just ain't eating a gazelle. A part of being a beast is the hunt. It's the hunt that they're excited about. They like to see the gazelles run. Then boom, they take off. Because real lions like to hunt. They love the process just as much as they love the prize. And some of y'all just want to score. You don't like the process. You're not in love with the process.
A true hunter's goal is not the prize. A true hunter's goal is to hunt. That's what they live for. They live to hunt. They don't just live to catch it. It's the whole process. When you are a true hunter, you don't go by time. You go by the gazelle. When you are a true hunter, you hunt until you get a gazelle, and you don't stop until you get one. And then you get another, and then you get another, and you get another.
If you're going to do what you say you're going to do, be what you say you're going to be, you're going to have to lion me out. You a gazelle, you're going to come up short. You a gazelle, you're going to have an average experience. You a student, I need you in lion mode. You an entrepreneur, I need you in lion mode. You trying to lose weight, lion mode. You can't do nothing significant in gazelle mode, nothing. Nothing impressive happens in gazelle mode. Nothing happens in run mode, give up mode, quit mode, scared mode, fearful mode, nothing happens. Everything happens in lion mode like I'm coming to get you.
Motivate yourself.
WBQP TV and radio, your information station.
Good morning to my Facebook friends, Lois Bless Pruitt, Janice Womack Ewing, Alan Young, Jeannie Costin, and everybody else this morning. Let's get to work.
Hey bro, this is Alan Young. That Mornings with Vernon show is out of sight. I can't wait to tune you in every morning.
I am Lois Bless Pruitt. I am so blessed to have Coffee with Vernon every morning during the Mornings with Vernon show. Join us. Love you, Vernon. Vernon, this is Janice Womack Ewing. No, I'm not related to J.R. Ewing, but I love you and the Mornings with Vernon show. Keep it up, and the show too. This is Jeannie. I love Morning with Vernon. Vernon, you really is the one. Jeannie. Read my lips, honey. Vernon is the one. Now go run and tell that.
I love Morning with Vernon. Vernon, you really is the one. You really is the one. This is Jenny. I love Mornings with Vernon. Vernon, you are the one.
Hey gang, let us all give Vernon a shout out.
We love Mornings with Vernon. You better tune in to see what you're missing.
Hey!
WBQP TV and WBQP Radio are the voice of the Black community in Pensacola.
It's time for Mornings with Vernon. Yeah. Yeah. Get up now. Come on now. Get up. For Mornings with Vernon. Get up now. Let's go. Get up now. Turn it up now. 1, 2, 3. Let's get it now.
All right, y'all. How did you like your AI self this morning, y'all? Yeah, on this Monday morning. Yes, sir, Miss Lois Pruitt and Mrs. Janet Womack Ewing, and all of y'all folks this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I thought I'd throw a little treat in there for you this morning so we can get the promo. Do y'all like it? If you don't like that's how you look in AI world. I can tell you that. All righty, y'all. I tell you what I guess I better check to see what's the weather like today with Cheryl. Cheryl, tell me, this is a day on that. Cheryl gonna give me the weather for the week a little bit later on today. But I just want to see what's happening on the weather today. Cheryl, what's going on this very Monday morning?
Here's your WBQP weekly weather forecast. Monday starts off with a 70% chance of thunderstorms. Look for a high of 85 degrees and a low of 74.
All right. How about my girl Kayla? Are you ready to give me some traffic report this morning?
Good morning, Vernon. Hope you had a beautiful weekend. Here's your Monday WBQP traffic report for the Pensacola area. If you're heading out for the Monday morning commute, expect moderate to heavy traffic between 6:45 and 8:30 a.m. as drivers return to work after the weekend. Traffic is building on Interstate 10 eastbound, approaching the I-110 interchange and the Escambia Bay Bridge, where commuters from Santa Rosa County can expect slower than normal travel. On US 98, across the Pensacola Bay Bridge into Gulf Breeze, allow a few extra minutes as beach traffic combines with the morning rush. Congestion is also possible along Cervantes Street, Davis Highway, 9th Avenue, and Bayou Boulevard during peak school and work travel times. Motorists should also be aware that fiber optic installation projects continue in portions of Pensacola, with intermittent lane restrictions possible on some city streets. Use caution around work crews and obey posted speed limits. At this time, Florida 511 reports no major regional traffic alerts affecting Pensacola's primary highways, though conditions can change quickly during the morning commute. WBQP traffic tip of the day. Leave 10 to 15 minutes early, avoid distractions, and give yourself extra following distance during the Monday morning rush. I'm Lola in the WBQP Traffic Center. Have a safe drive, and thanks for making WBQP TV and WBQP Radio your information station part of your morning commute.
All righty, y'all. Good morning. It's about 6:45 every morning. Y'all know we do on at 6:45 every morning, y'all. You know that we have grammar time with Mamie. Come on, Mamie, let's do grammar time.
It's Monday, 6:45 a.m. It's Grammar Time with Mamie Hickson on WBQP. Let's learn, improve, and succeed.
You can't say that. It's grammar time. It's grammar time. Good grammar can't touch this. Do that. It's grammar time. Learn it. Fix it. Say it right.
All right, Mamie, good morning. You look
Good morning.
you're in a good mood this morning.
I'm always in a good mood. I'm upright and alive and feeling good.
No, not according to Bob Hill. He said I can tell when Mamie didn't have a good weekend. And but he said but you know when she had a good date with a man, Vernon, she comes in just to be happy and dancing and all. So when you dancing this morning,
Let's not go there. You cannot attribute a woman's happiness to a man.
Yeah, you can't. What's wrong? Come on, Mamie.
No, please.
Wait a minute. You know what James Brown said about if it's a man's world, but it ain't nothing without a woman. But then this is actually in reverse. It's a woman's world, and it ain't nothing without a man in it. Okay?
Really? Oh, come on. That's a 48-hour discussion, and you will not win that one.
Okay. All right, then.
Money can't buy everything. Let me change that to money.
Hill said once she got her man in her life, it was like night and day.
No, I don't think so. I totally, famously disagree with that.
Well, good morning, Sugar.
Good morning.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was good, and it wasn't with a man. So how's that?
Well, something you might have happened this morning, but I'm glad you. Okay.
Aren't you happy just to be alive?
I don't. Monday morning, I got up for really. I didn't do anything really spectacular this weekend, but yeah, I'm very happy to be on. I don't care how bad it is. It's better than the alternative, don't you think?
Right, but then you're contradicting yourself. Me as a female, you want to assign my happiness to something else. You're happy just to be alive. I'm happy because I have a man. Why is that? That's
Because
sexy.
I got a woman. I don't think my day would be happy if I didn't have a woman to wake up to every morning.
Well, you might. What? How old are you? You might want to learn start thinking of some options here. We're not here for long, you know.
I hear you. I hear your point. But to your point though, it's way more y'all than us. So you know, when one lost, there's about 10 other ones sitting in the hopper.
Yeah, but the you can't just replace a human being. You can
Well, I
find.
know.
All
I
right,
know.
so let's get off that subject and get on.
Okay.
It's grammar time this morning, and I thought we'd go to state abbreviations. How's that?
All right. Did you
For
grant
grammar.
permission? You gonna share this morning, or you were just
Well,
gonna
yeah,
talk?
I think we should take into consideration our visual learners. Some people retain more when they see the information. Some
Yeah.
retain more when they hear it. Some retain more when they can see it and hear it. So let's.
Yeah, I did that. I'm glad you mentioned that because that's a very important point. Mainly because you know I do the headline news and stuff like that, but I have to think about you because I learned from you, and you're right. When people see stuff, it retains more. So I start putting my headline stuff in writing as well as speaking. So
And before we go to state abbreviations, I'd be remiss if I didn't comment on your AI person who said Vernon, you is the one.
yeah, that was the intent. Now,
Yeah, no, that's
no. Listen. But you know, I had my white woman to say, "Vern, you are the one." No. It's
you
well, you
did.
know
I
that.
wasn't
Well,
looking.
let me explain it to you. Let me explain it to you.
I really want to hear this.
Okay, the abbreviation is VITO, Vito. Okay, and that was something. It's a long standing joke between Jeannie and a friend of mine, stuff like that. But, so that's why I use the word is because the abbreviation we use is VITO. Vernon is the one. Okay. And so, but I know I ain't got time to be prime and proper when it comes to that. I'm just having fun now. But that's the reason. That's the reason for that. That's the reason.
Okay,
that
there's a
we
reason
use
for
the word is for intent, just like you said. That was for intentional purposes.
Well, why don't you have that person to include that initialism, VITO? VITO, Vernon is the one, and say it with some intentional pizzazz because it sounded serious.
Oh, we didn't care. We didn't care, and we don't care if y'all get it right if you want to. If you don't, that's fine. We just doing it for effect.
It had effect. Okay. All right. So let us look at state abbreviations. So, which state abbreviation is a preposition? Can you think of one that's a preposition?
You know what? Mamie. See, you put me on the spot. I can't. You know what? I was thinking just the other day when we was talking. Can I pronounce the 8 parts of speeches? I don't forgot what a preposition is. Is that
Okay. Some
what
of
is
them are of, out, in, about, over. Was either one of those a state abbreviation?
I would think so. Yeah. What?
Which one?
I don't
Do you
know.
remember? One of them is a state abbreviation.
Give me the
There
options
it is.
again.
Yeah, IN. IN is a state abbreviation standing for.
Okay, standing in. Okay, I got you.
Okay, so what state?
Hey, you done lost me on this part of this. This is where I failed
okay.
English at.
You know, these are the state abbreviations we are asked to use when we use postal mail. 2 uppercase letters, no period anymore. It used to be Florida, FLA, period, capital F, small a, period. Now it's FL.
Right.
So all state abbreviations are presented in writing with 2 uppercase letters. So IN is Indiana, right?
Yeah, for the state. Yeah, Indiana.
Okay.
Okay.
How
Yeah,
about
I'm
a
glad
state
you told me because
abbreviation?
I thought it was in. Go ahead, ma'am. I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right. So which state abbreviation is an interjection? Can you think of some interjections?
No.
Interjection for excitement and emotion. Ouch. Ooh. Oh. Wow. Can you
Okay.
think of one that might be an interjection? A state
What
abbreviation.
state interjection? You talking about the state, United States, or you just speaking state of?
Oh no, I'm staying in the United States.
Oh, in the United States, there's a state. Well, how come that's not abbreviated? So I knew that was a state as opposed to it's a state of a comment then. So that would confuse me. State shouldn't be abbreviated. I mean, shouldn't be capitalized. So I know that what you're talking about, a state versus making a statement.
Now you're going somewhere we don't need to be going. We're talking about the United States of America, 50
No,
states.
I hear you, but what confused me when you said which state abbreviated, I didn't know when I didn't know when you're talking about making a statement or you're talking about a physical United States. That state should not be capitalized, right? The reason I was confused had it had a capital S on that state, and then I would have known you're talking about Alabama, Florida, you know. But go ahead.
But if you wrote a sentence, what state do you live in? Would you capitalize the word state? No, you wouldn't. You're just talking about a state, a city.
Well, that's why I failed English.
Okay, all right. So we're talking about the 50 states, which are all abbreviated with 2 uppercase letters. And I thought just for fun, we'd approach them this way.
Okay.
So IN is Indiana, but it's also a preposition. OH is Ohio, but it's also an interjection. Now is this making sense?
Yeah, making a little bit more sense. Yeah.
All right. All right. Let's think of a state abbreviation that's a title for a woman.
Ms.
Yeah, we go. And which state is that?
Mississippi.
There we go. Now
when it comes to women, you not knew them when it comes to a woman, didn't you? Notice that, didn't you? Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Nothing.
No, say it again. I'm trying to. I want to make sure.
I said when it said something about a woman, I got that one right.
Oh, okay. All right. Which state abbreviation is a greeting? Like hello.
I know aloha is, but hello. But
You're close. All right. So where do we say aloha usually?
Hawaii.
There we go.
Hey, hi. Okay. Right. Okay, that making sense. Okay. All right, go ahead.
All right, which state abbreviation is a first person pronoun? I have to think first person, like I, the first person pronoun.
Idaho.
But I think that's 2 letters.
ID is Idaho, right?
Right, but that's not a pronoun. ID is not a pronoun.
Okay. Yeah, and that's why I failed English.
Let's try ME.
Me. Okay, me.
I, me, right. Me, myself,
Maine.
and I. That's Maine.
Yeah, okay. I don't know how Maine can be MI, but that they had to wrestle. They had to wrestle the state of Michigan for that one, I guess.
Right, but MI isn't a pronoun. See, that's why I thought I'd approach the states from this direction to make it fun.
Okay.
How about a word that means all right?
I don't know. You better tell me.
If you say
state,
are you going to
Alabama.
I'm all right. You're all right. I'm
Alabama.
But when we say AL, does that mean all right?
AR
you ask me to do something and I say all right.
AR might be all right, like Arkansas, right? AR, I don't know, maybe I'll tell you. You ain't gonna get me.
I'm trying to give you hints. You won't listen. I'm trying to give you hints.
Hint. Give me another hint.
Vernon, will you do this? Usually, you might say all right, or you might say
okay.
There we go.
All right.
That's all I was trying to get you to say is okay.
Well, I guess you're right. If I were to listen,
if you
be
were
surprised
to
what you learn when you read and listen.
There you go.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Which state abbreviation is a colloquial word for mother?
Missouri.
Missouri. That would be Missouri, I think is what, M-O? MS is Mississippi, but I don't know. Do we use Mo for mother?
I do. I call my mama Mo. But
I think a lot of us use mom.
That's Massachusetts.
Ma.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Hey, ma. A mom, mom, and mom, but M-A, mom. How about father? If mother is ma, father would be
Delaware.
I mean, stay in the same
DA
pattern. Yeah, you got MA for mother, and how about father?
DA for da. Right? Pa.
Ma and pa. How's that? Ma and pa.
Good point. Good point. It's fun. I like this. Go ahead.
Okay. PA for Pennsylvania.
Okay.
All right. Now we need a conjunction. The main conjunction.
Go ahead. Go.
The main conjunctions, there's a mnemonic device we use in the writing lab at UWF. The fanboys. F for for, A for Ann, N for Nor, O for R, and so on. B for but, boys, B-O-Y-S, O for R, Y for yet, and S for so. So it's either one of those, a state abbreviation.
Okay.
And or but for, nor yet, and so.
Okay. Now, I'm sitting there looking at my face. Some of my Facebook page, they falling on. Some of them they knew they got them right too. Oklahoma. Jeannie says Oklahoma. Okay, so Jeannie, what's the next one here? What state abbreviation is a coordinating conjunction? Don't let my Facebook friends decide that.
Okay. So you're
only one I can see. Yeah, whenever I can get a chance to sit there and look at it, and I miss it sometimes, but they ain't responding. They must don't know the answer to that one.
Oh, okay. I'm sure it's not this. Oh, that would be interesting to see whether Google can answer that question. Is that what you're using, Google?
No, I'm just looking at. I'm not. I'm looking at the listeners on Facebook. They were responding on Facebook to you.
Oh, so did you get a good answer?
Yeah, you got. They got Oklahoma right. They got.
No, I'm talking about for this one. Which abbreviation?
Okay. No, they hadn't responded yet. You got it. We're about a minute or so. We're about a minute or so behind.
Oh, okay.
So on Facebook. Okay.
Okay. Well, don't forget, I just named them. And, but, or, nor, for, yet, and so.
And so.
So which one of those is not only a conjunction, but a state abbreviation?
I don't know if I know.
Okay.
I don't know.
There's or.
Okay. Oregon.
There we go. Oregon.
Okay. Maybe before we get off, I need to ask you another question about the state of Arkansas, but continue that before we leave, because I got a question about that, okay?
Okay, I might not have an answer. So
I know you said about the abbreviation for VA. I know that one, but I'm a veteran.
All
so
right,
this got to be Virginia.
And it's not Virginia, the way some people mispronounce it.
Begins with a V.
It's Virginia, not Virginia.
I know.
All right. Which state abbreviation is the vernacular word for more, as in more money?
It's more money.
Okay.
Oh, you got to be proper and say more money. No, I say more money. Missouri, right?
Yep, there we go.
Missouri. All righty. Okay.
And finally, the largest city in California
is LA.
Okay. And our LA in this case is not Los Angeles, but
Lower Alabama.
All right. So in case some young person is watching and will take you seriously, let's give the real answer.
Okay. Go ahead. Go
LA.
Give the real answer. They don't want to be a dummy and fail English like I did, particularly this section.
All right. So LA is Louisiana.
Yeah.
All right.
It's Louisiana, right?
That's our lesson for today. You learned some state abbreviations in case you didn't know these, but these are the ones we're supposed to use when using the U.S. Postal Service. 2 uppercase letters, no period.
Okay.
And it's a standard list. Now, there are a lot of M's. Sometimes I get them mixed up if I'm using the standard abbreviation. You have MI, MO, MA, MS, lots of M's. So we'll talk about those next week.
Okay. All right.
So what is your Arkansas question?
My good friend, I get good friends, Jerry McIntosh and Robin Richard. They on here on Thursday with me. They are both natives of Arkansas.
Right.
Okay. And then I got some friends from the state of Kansas. Okay. So who got it right? Is it Arkansas, or is Arkansas is really Arkansas, or is it Arkansas, or is Kansas really Arkansas?
What
now,
is
you
this?
call them Arkansas? ARKANSAS. That's what that spelled. Arkansas, right?
Right. Isn't
Okay.
that
So why is it they can say Arkansas, but then if I take the AR off, Arkansas now become Kansas instead of Kansas? So who got it right and who got it wrong?
I don't know the etymology of Arkansas, whether it
That's a big
originated.
word. What's an etymology mean?
History, the history of the word.
Oh, see, I learned something. A new word, etymology.
I'm just used to calling it Arkansas. So let's see if we can go to Merriam-Webster.
Okay.
If I can pull it up. Let's see. I don't know that I can. If I'm not in that. Okay, can't pull it up right now, but I'm curious.
Because I understand that you can say Arkansas, but then you got to use the word Kansas. So seeing that to me would be Arkansas, or either if you can't say, if Arkansas is correct, why is Kansas not Kansas instead of Kansas?
I still defer to the book that houses the standard for our pronunciations, a dictionary. So, as far as I know, the standard. I mean, I've never heard a news. You're in media. I've never heard a media person call Arkansas Arkansas. Have you?
No, that's just my. I think of crazy stuff that nobody else think of. I guess I just want to know why. I'm the curious person. Why is it different? Okay.
I don't. I
don't. Like our language. I can't understand. We can use one word in American English that stand for 2 other things, 3 or 4 other things. We put words that don't need to be there. Like silent word. Why would we need, if the word is silent, why would we need to put it there?
If you want to change it, go ahead and start a revolution. I mean, to answer Arkansas, I'd have to answer why broth is broth, and then you put ER on it, it becomes brother. Why moth is MOTH, and then when you put an ER on it, it becomes mother. And I don't have an explanation for any of that. I really don't.
I'm
I don't know. I mean, it's okay to question the things, but I'm sorry, I don't have answers for that. Why is your name not Vernon instead of Vernon? Do you have an answer for that?
No, that's a good question, because if you put an F on my name, it becomes Vernon, right? Instead of Vernon. And it seems like to me it should be Vernon instead of Vernon, right?
And it is your name.
I failed English, huh?
It is your name, though. Now, I don't think that an argument about how to pronounce a person's name is a good argument, because that name has ownership, and the person owns the name, the spelling, and the pronunciation. So how were you told to pronounce your name? What did your parents name you? If they had named you Vernon, then we'd be calling you Vernon right now. But apparently they named you Vernon. Am I right?
Right, but you might be right and you're wrong, Mamie, because just because they mispronounce my name doesn't make it right.
But who said they mispronounced it? That's the name they gave you.
But well, baby, come on.
Really,
give me a common word. Just give me any common word that's acceptable by Merriam-Webster and everybody else. And you said differently. How come it's not mispronounced?
If it's a proper name, it might be said differently. But if it is a common name with a common pronunciation that resides in the dictionary for everybody to use so that we are all communicating on the same level, then that's the pronunciation and the definition and the spelling we go by. But when it comes to proper names, there are no rules because, again, your name originated with your parents, I'm assuming, and they named you Vernon. I remember seeing an interview years ago with Anthony something, a basketball player, and his name is Anferny, Anferny. And her dialect got in the way when she named the baby. She named him Anferny. And in black dialect, that's Anthony. But guess what's on his birth certificate? She explained that herself, Anferny.
Okay. But is it right or wrong? Properly.
There is no rightness or wrongness. This is a person's name we're dealing with.
Okay, all right. You're saying that. Now, I know you got to go to your extra grammar side. But,
my parents.
You saying there's no. Okay, hold on.
Let me give you my own name. My own name. My parents named me Mamie. Mamie.
Yeah.
I get solicitation calls for Mammy. Mammy, as far as I know, is Mammy.
Yeah.
Because that does appear in the dictionary, probably with a label that says offensive. From a slave-driven name, Sambo Mammy. So,
yeah, you're right. No, AI don't know how to pronounce your name either. So AI is dumb. I have to fool it to make it sound right. But let me tell you this: right is right, wrong is wrong. But let me tell you this now, man. This is a true story. We saying that just because you assigned it at birth don't necessarily make it right. I'm
not arguing that. I'm not arguing for rightness or wrongness. I'm saying this is the name you were given, so that's the name you're using. Whether it's right or wrong with regard to pronunciation is not even worthy of discussion because it is a proper name. Okay. I heard a newscaster say the Ayatollah Khomeini or something, and I thought, I always heard it Khamenei. So here's one calling it Khomeini. What is the pronunciation? I have no idea.
Kamala, huh?
When we first started talking about the Ayatollah, we all heard Khomeini, the Ayatollah Khomeini, or something like that.
Yeah, we talked Kamala Harris and Kamala Harris. What's the difference?
That's her name, so she's the one who can tell you whether it's Kamala. And I heard her say that when she was running for vice president. It's Kamala. It might look like it's something else, but the owner of the name pronounces it Kamala, and we must honor that. That's all you can do with a name. You tell me your name is Vernon, I have to honor Vernon. I may look at it and decide I want to call you something else.
Okay, but sometimes they don't honor. I'm going to tell you a true story. Man, when you're talking about what's assigned to you at birth that need to stick to you at birth. I'm a twin, okay? I got a twin sister. On our birth certificate, they say that we was born on September the 31st, 1951. Okay? Is there such thing as a September 31st?
No, 30 days has September.
Right.
So the poem goes.
Okay, now, is that right or wrong?
According to the map that we follow, that's obviously a mistake. I don't know.
So I have to live with that the rest of my life. I can't get a driver's license. I can't I can't do anything because there's no such date. So given that fact, somebody made a mistake, whether it's the doctor, the midwife, or my mama, somebody made a mistake. So I had to rectify. But to your point now, I only have to tell you to your point. We had a time trying to get that rectified. They would not change that date on our birth certificate. You know what they had to do? We had to amend the birth certificate in order for us to do any legal stuff to September 3rd. So I own a birth certificate, which is in Montgomery, Alabama, somewhere at the Bureau of Vital Statistics, and then an amendment to that birth certificate in another department. So I have to have two documents now to do any legal business when it comes to my birth. So,
interesting.
But because it was assigned at birth, that don't necessarily make it right. And so when people give these names at birth and mispronounce them, don't make it right. But I hear you what you're
But
saying.
don't mislead the audience. We are not talking about rightness or wrongness, are we? We're talking about names. I don't think there is an argument about whether your name is right versus wrong.
It's not Vernon versus Vernon.
But if you're the owner of that name and I call you something different, then I am mispronouncing your name. Am I right? Am I right or wrong?
Yeah. Well, I thought you wouldn't talk right or wrong, but yeah, I hear you.
But I mean, if you have given me the correct pronunciation, now Siri on my cell phone, as far as I'm concerned, is not saying the names according to the way they're assigned. But then this is a computer. I'll call Sadiqa and I'll say call Sadiqa, and she'll say call Sadika. I'll say call Pat Clay. There, you don't have that in your contact. Call Pat Clay home. That's the way I have it listed, apparently, Pat Clay home, and that's the way she recognizes it. Call Pat Clay home. But that's not the person's name. That's the way I have it in my phone.
Yeah. I got Jeannie, I got another friend. Jeannie got the same thing. Her name is spelled Geannne. How you pronounce that, ma'am? Ge.
I don't know because it's a proper name. Whose name is it and how does she pronounce it? See, that's not fair. That's not a fair question. It's like the lady who calls from the hospital, the grandma hotline, and says, I'm naming my child, whatever, Jeannie. How do I spell it? Ma'am, that's totally up to you.
Well, you're right. I have seen so
even
many
a
different
name
spellings.
as common as Jean could be Gene, Jene. You can't control how people decide to spell their names. And you shouldn't be asking anyone, how do I spell Jean? I want to name my child Jean. You spell it. Don't get me started.
Okay, mommy.
See, that's what Siri calls me when I was in Africa. That was how many of the African people in Sierra Leone pronounced my name, mommy.
Mommy, yeah.
I allowed them that. That was fine. That was partly accent. And it was okay. I knew they were referring to me, and I knew I was dealing with an accent. So, mommy.
Okay.
But now, mammy, I don't like. I will say something about mammy because it's a slave-driven name.
Yeah, I hear you that. Yeah. Wow.
And
anyway.
What parent in their right mind would name a child mammy? Or for that matter, for nigger. You know, who would do that?
Well, mommy. But again, but you're arguing against yourself now.
No, I'm not. I said I accept and understand the accent. There's no accent involved in calling me mammy. That's not an accent. There's something that supersedes that. That is a slave-driven name that has to be acknowledged.
Yeah. Okay. I got you, sugar. I got you. I got. I know you finna. I know you're trying to get to your what you call it, grammar side.
Right.
But this is grammar size here. You can give me a good workout this morning.
We're grammarizing a lot, names, but I hope the takeaway for those listening will be that you cannot control the pronunciation of someone's name. Okay, that's it for It's Grammar Time.
All right. So we're gonna see you again next week, mommy.
No. Remember.
Oh, that's right. You told me next week you're gonna be off with your boyfriend and on a vacation somewhere, didn't you?
Listen, stop adding some ancillary stuff to my life that has no significance.
All right. We'll see you when you come back, okay?
All right.
Have fun for me, okay?
All right. Bye-bye.
It's Monday, 6:45 a.m. It's Grammar Time with Mamie Hickson on WBQP. Let's learn, improve, and succeed.
You can't say that. It's grammar time. It's grammar time. Good grammar can't touch this. Do that. It's grammar time.
All right, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. That's my good buddy, Mamie Hickson. Y'all like to pull her chain sometimes. She gets so serious sometime about being prime and proper. That's okay. Lois, I forgot. You are from Arkansas, aren't you? I know y'all call it Arkansas up there. So somebody got it wrong. I don't care what they say. Either people in Kansas got their name wrong or the people in Arkansas got their name wrong. One, it can't be, you can't have it both ways. You know, say, but just because you put an AR in front of Kansas, that don't mean it's Arkansas. I think y'all might be right. Arkansas, AR, can, KAN, and saw, SAS. So I think the people in Kansas got it wrong. So they Kansas. Okay, they don't live in Kansas, they live in Kansas. Okay, so it Kansas is now you don't see KAN SAS don't mean Kansas is South. Okay, I don't care what they say. I think they all got it wrong. If you ask me. I guess nobody asked me. All right, y'all, let's talk about what we're going to talk about. You know, we're gonna obviously when we're going to take a commercial break in a little bit, but when we come back, we're going to talk about the news we can use. I might not have time to talk about the news until after I talk to after I talk to Clara Long, because these people, Miss Clara Long, she gives us the jobs, and I forget they have to get up and go to work. Like Jeannie said, friend, I be trying to get dressed to go to work, and you only asking me questions on Facebook. I ain't got time to answer all them damn questions. Okay, Jeannie, I understand it. But anyway, but by the time we come back from commercial break, we're gonna probably have Miss Clara Long on talking about jobs. And then hopefully I can get in, hopefully after I talk to her for a little bit, I can throw some news in there before I can get the representative from Escambia County District 3, which is Lewin May in, and then also Mr. Mike Woods at 8:30. And I gotta throw some of the news in here from my new girl here, Mrs. Amani. I mean, not Amani, but I just should have called her. She looked like an Amani instead of Naomi, don't she? Looked like an Amani. But anyhow, she wanted to talk about some African American news this morning. Before we go to the commercial break here, y'all, I know y'all anxious about the lottery numbers, so let's go ahead and see what the lottery numbers are for today, okay? Then we'll go to a commercial break, and when we come back, hopefully we'll be talking to the folks about jobs, and then we get into some real news you can use, okay? Here we go. Hello, anybody home?
Vernon, it's Monday. Did you check your lottery tickets? If not, check it out.
Vernon, it's Monday. I am so sorry W didn't win the lotto again. Keep trying, baby. I still love you.
It's time for mornings with Vernon. Yeah. Yeah. Get up now. Come on now. Get up. For mornings with Vernon. Get up now. Let's go. Get up now. Turn it up now. 1, 2, 3. Let's get it now.
It's Monday! Let's get the week moving with Morning with Vernon.
Vernon, it's Monday.
Lottery tickets?
Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day after all. Have a great one.
Navigating heart care can be challenging. Baptist makes it better with the latest treatments and innovations and the area's largest, most experienced heart team ready to create a care plan just for you. All when you need us most. Let Baptist make it better. Baptist Healthcare.
I remember these. Will I have the money to send my kid to college? Well, that's specific. How long has that been there? 7-letter word for a bank that helps you reach your goals.
Synovus. Order for Synovus?
Thank you.
Are you Synovus?
Yes.
Are you gonna ask or should I?
A solid financial future doesn't happen by chance. Let's talk about your potential today.
For 75 years, Baptist has brought innovative care to our community. Through our Andrews Institute, we continue the legacy by providing advanced total joint care, restoring mobility, strength, and quality of life. Baptist Healthcare, here for you then, now, and always.
Why wait? With Penn Air's fast approvals and low rates, getting a car loan is easier than ever. Penn Air Credit Union. Join us.
Choosing the right school is one of the most important decisions you'll make for your child. At Jacqueline Harris Preparatory Academy, we provide a safe, supporting environment where students grow academically and personally. With strong core instruction and unique programs, students gain confidence, creativity, and real-world skills. At JHPA, we live by our motto, enter to learn, depart to serve. Enroll today and prepare your child to soar.
WBQP TV and Radio, your information station.
Good morning to my Facebook friends, Lois Bless Pruitt, Janice Womack Ewing, Alan Young, Jeannie Costin, and everybody else this morning. Let's get to work.
Hey bro, this is Alan Young. That Mornings with Vernon show is out of sight. I can't wait to tune you in every morning.
I am Lois Bless Pruitt. I am so blessed to have coffee with Vernon every morning during the Mornings with Vernon show. Join us. Love you, Vernon. Vernon, this is Janice Womack Ewing. No, I'm not related to J.R. Ewing, but I love you and the Mornings with Vernon show. Keep it up, and the show too. This is Jeannie. I love Morning with Vernon. Vernon, you really is the one. Jeannie. Jeannie. Read my lips, honey. Vernon is the one. Now go run and tell that.
I love Morning with Vernon. Vernon, you really is the one. You really is the one. This is Jenny. I love Mornings with Vernon. Vernon, you are the one.
Hey gang, let us all give Vernon a shout out.
We love Mornings with Vernon. You better tune in to see what you're missing.
Hey! Hey!
WBQP TV and WBQP Radio are the voice of the Black community in Pensacola.
It's time for Mornings with Vernon. Yeah. Yeah. Get up now. Come on now. Get up. For Mornings with Vernon. Get up now. Let's go. Get up now. Turn it up now. 1, 2, 3. Let's get it now.
Keep growing.
Remember where you came from. It's the foundation of who you are.
Show up for others.
That's been our approach at Penn Air for 90 years. Penn Air Credit Union, 90 years strong.
Got projects in mind? A Penn Air home equity line gives you access to funds without the fees. Penn Air Credit Union. Join us.
I'm Dr. Isaac Williams, and I'm running for School Board District 3.
Our community is asking for change, and I agree. District 3 deserves change. District 3 deserves a representative who will listen, communicate, and stay connected to the community. Our students need every opportunity to succeed. Our teachers need support, and our community and parents need a voice. I've spent my time as a servant leader in the Marine Corps, as a pastor, as a community activist, and I'm prepared now to serve District 3 on day one. And I will be honored to earn your support and your vote on August 18th. God bless you. God keep you.
This is Prayer Perspectives by J.O. Gatson on your WBQP.
Hey, this is J.O. Gatson of Emmaus Baptist Church. We've come on this matchless Monday to pray with us, to pray with you, to pray with us, to pray over myself, and to receive the blessings of God. Let us pray. Father God in heaven, we thank you for this matchless Monday because the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, is a matchless name. There's none other like him, Lord. So we come briefly on this Monday seeking you out for the blessings of life, that we may be able to make it through this entire day according to your perfect will. Our prayer in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Hi, Vernon. Here's your WBQP weekly weather forecast. And we're looking at another summer weather week with warm temperatures, high humidity, and a daily chance for showers and thunderstorms. Monday starts off with a 70% chance of thunderstorms. Look for a high of 85 degrees and a low of 74. Tuesday brings more of the same, with scattered thunderstorms and another 70% chance of rain. Highs reach 87 degrees with a low of 75. By Wednesday, we'll finally catch a break. Expect partly cloudy skies with just a 20% chance of rain. Temperatures heat up to 91 degrees with a low of 76. Thursday turns even hotter with a high of 93 degrees and a low of 77. We'll keep a 30% chance of an afternoon shower. And on Friday, we'll wrap up the week with mostly cloudy skies, a high of 94 degrees and a low of 77. Overall, expect a warm and humid week with scattered thunderstorms early in the week. This is Cheryl Mulrain, and that's your weekly weather forecast on WBQP TV.
WBQP salutes the spirit of America, celebrating 250 years of freedom. Happy birthday, USA!
Hello, I'm David Williams, District 3 Representative, seeking re-election to the Escambia County School Board.
4 years ago, I said, together we can make a difference. Today, I'm proud to say together we have made a difference, thanks to your trust. And because of you, we do not have any failing schools. Our schools are safer. We've closed the achievement gap, and our students are college and career ready. I'm asking for your support again to re-elect me so that we continue the work that we started 4 years ago. Please visit my website at davidwilliams3.com to learn more about my initiatives I have accomplished and the ones I will pursue over the next 4 years. Early voting is August 8th through the 15th, and the primary is August 18th. Your vote is essential to keeping our community moving forward. Thank you.
You are watching WBQP TV and radio. Tune in every Monday through Friday at 6:30 a.m. Keep it locked.
It's Monday! Let's get the week moving with Morning with Vernon.
It's time for Mornings with Vernon. Yeah. Yeah. Get up now. Come on now. Get up. For Mornings with Vernon. Get up now. Let's go. Get up now. Turn it up now. 1, 2, 3. Let's get it out.
Escambia government is hiring NOW. Find out Mondays, 7:30 a.m. here on WBQP with Clara Long.
Your job prayer will be answered. Clara Long has job for you here on WBQP TV.
If you need a job or looking for a career with the Escambia County government, tune in with Clara Long every Monday at 7:30 a.m. here on WBQP.
Hi, I'm Clara Long. I have a job and a career for you with the Escambia County government. Stay tuned.
All right, good morning, everybody. Miss Clara is busy, y'all. She couldn't be here this morning, but she said, Vernon, I want you to roll those jobs for me. She's busy working with that career program that they got for the summer program for the kids. So she said, but you just go on the website, Vernon, remind them, go on the website. There's all the listing of the job, myescambia.com. Okay, I'm just going to roll these jobs. You can see how many jobs that's available. They got jobs from A to Z. Okay, all kinds of jobs that they're available at Escambia County. Go to Escambia County website called myescambia.com. Okay, myescambia.com, and you will get a chance to look at all of the job openings there at Escambia County. Again, all of these jobs are open in Escambia County. All right, I'm going to move on. Y'all go to My Escambia County. Remember, I said myescambia.com to find out about all these jobs and so forth that Claire get know. All right, y'all. I'm gonna try to get into some news, local news. I got two kinds of news. I got our regular news headline news. I'm going to talk about in just a few minutes. But then when we talk to Commissioner May, 8 o'clock time frame, we're going to be talking to Commissioner May. After we talk to Commissioner May, and then after we talk to Mike Woods, Officer Mike Wood, I want to give you some African American news that you can use. Okay, that's after the 8:30 time frame. But right now, I'm going to go in and talk about some news that happening on our home front here. You know, local news, regional news, state news, and all those kinds of stuff. So let's get into it, okay? All righty, y'all. News that you can use.
Good morning, Vernon. How was your weekend? What's happening in the news this Monday morning?
Now here is Vernon Watson with his version of today's headlines.
All right, y'all, just remember that this is my version of the headlines, and I need you to check and double check, if you will, my news source, okay? And just only don't get it from me. Get it from your local news sources. WAR TV is a news TV locally. WKRG TV, WALA TV, WPMI TV, ABC, NBC, CBS, and all those folks got probably more credible news than me. And I don't think they're more credible, but just I'm just giving you the headline. So you can go to the Pensacola News Journal, Northeast Scamia, the N magazine, N News. I don't care where you get the news from. Just get it. Okay, but let's talk about. I'm not hopefully not going to get into much details, a little details as I can. But you know me, you know when I start talking, I say one thing and do two or three other ones. But anyway, and this let's start off with this accident here up in a motorcycler was killed in a two-car accident over in Santa Rosa County. He was a 36-year-old man. He was killed Saturday night in a two-car collision over in Navarre. It happened about 8:45 on the intersection of there on Highway 97 and Sagon Street there over in Navarre. A 75-year-old man, I'm not sorry, I mean a 75-year-old woman was driving the SUV when it collided with the motorcycle. And y'all heard me say many times, every week I have to report a motorcycle death. And again, you know, you have to drive because it's hard to see. And he was pronounced dead on the scene. So again, you know, if you ever heard me saying that, we have to have some kind of precautions that we can see these motorcycles. And I'm not sure who's in fault here, whether the motorcycle ran into him or the SUV ran. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. But again, the issue here is that every week I have to report on a motorcycle death. All right, let's move on to another story. This 26-year-old man here, he's facing attempted murder charge now. I told you last week about when those dominoes gonna fall, you know, when they arrested him and that young lady, because he had the gun, and then they got the video surveillance. You can't do nothing these days because video catch on everything. They saw him arguing with the guy, and he had the gun in his hand. Then he gave the gun to the girl, and the girl tried to hide the gun. So they're both in jail. And the cover up, y'all, is worse than the crime. Why would anybody that's innocent of a crime gonna implicate themselves, put their whole life, family, and everybody in jeopardy, try to protect somebody else when they're doing something stupid? Help me understand that. You're gonna try to help somebody. I don't care if your mama. If they done something wrong, now why two people going to jail as opposed to one? Turn them in. I just don't help them. Don't assist them. I know. Let me move on before I get riled up here, because I still need something for a long time. Y'all, Palafox. You know, they reinvent Palafox. Now downtown they got the Palafox market there. They got some pop-ups in July with vendors, and because they want to try to renovate and bring back things. The Palafox market. They're trying to bring the Palafox market back, and they're trying to bring it back bigger and better. They invested $10 million in renovation along Palafox Street. So y'all just keep that in mind. And I'm not going to spend much time on that Palafox story. All right, let's move on to another story here, where three individuals, three Florida teams here, y'all. Three Florida teams. Now, I tell you, I got real problem with this story, y'all. Three Florida teams. These are teenagers now. 14, 15. I forgot what the ages are, right? Now, they was in the neighborhood playing with BB guns. Okay, true enough, maybe people think black man got guns. Well, let me tell you, now, I don't know where this was. It was in Florida, okay? This is in Florida. Now, they arrested these three fellas here, right, for having BB guns, okay? They just passed a goddamn law last couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I said it, that you can have open carry for 18 years old. You think the law just for white boys? These guys didn't have real guns. They had BB guns. Now they in jail talking about somebody called the sheriff. They point him at the damn helicopter. Oh, give me a damn break, Vernon. Come on now. I got issue with this story here. When it comes to people of color. Oh, all right. Calm down, Vernon. Calm down. Okay. All right. I'm calm. I'm calm. See, y'all don't get no news like this from Channel 3 and all these other folks. They so dignified. And they just report this news just like it is. Da 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 da. Mine come with emotions, okay? I'll tell you that right now. Y'all don't like my news. Y'all gonna have to go to Channel 3, Channel 5, Channel 10, Channel 15, the news channel, and get it the unfiltered way, in the unbiased way, the way I give it. But anyhow, let's let me move on to another story, y'all. Here, a Florida man. Here they said a Florida man is accused of trying to sell an endangered sea turtle for $2,000 on Facebook Marketplace. All right, so y'all, okay, that is what it is. Okay, let me move on to another story. Y'all know you can't mess with these endangered species, so he going to just like them damn dogs, and stuff like that. Y'all know that you certain things you can do, you cannot do, in particular with animals. So let's move on to another story. Now this is a story that you're gonna have to keep your eyes on. They got a case of I don't ask me how to spell this word, psycholoponesis or something like that. Big word. You know what I do when I'm in school? You know how you read the story and say what you said, big word, and skip it. Okay, when I get to teach you to have us in the 4th and 5th grade, and you come across a word that you can't pronounce, you said, and big word, and then you just go ahead to the next. But this is the same thing. One case of diarrhea causing big words reported in Escambia County. In other words, this is serious, y'all. Even though I'm putting a little light on this stuff, but this is a it gets into food and your salads and fruits and stuff like that. In other words, just be careful what you're eating, because you and the toilet are gonna have a relationship if you don't. This is causing explosive diarrhea and so forth and so forth. So it is what it is. So just be warned, y'all. Just be warned. If you do get it, I told you so. They say Vernon in this morning, he told you that. Okay, he told you that. But anyway, y'all, let's move on to a Pensacola. A good story here. This is a Pensacola native, Mr. Chris Rembert. I think he went to Catholic high school. He's been selected by the Pirates at the 51st pick in the 2026 MLB draft. Y'all know, since I'm not a sports fan, but I do know at least a little bit that means the Major League Baseball draft. Okay, but he went to Pensacola Catholic High, and so we're proud. This is an example of what I'm talking about. This is what I like to report about young black men. I don't want to report stuff about folks like this. Okay, when they're talking about attempted murder charge and all that kind of stuff. Let's report something good like this. Let me report more than that than they do everything else. All right, y'all. Speaking of veterans and Bubbles 33, y'all know what the Bubbles, the restaurant there. They're having a fundraising event, what they call Home for Troops and everything. And every year, y'all, if you're a veteran, if you go right around Veterans Day, they give out free food. They give you a certificate so you can eat free at Bubba's on Veterans Day as well. So keep your eyes out on that, and salute to Bubba's for their fundraising support for homes for our troops, for housing, and for injured veterans, disabled veterans, and unhoused veterans, and so forth. So thank you for everybody that supported that effort, and we need to support that effort because we need homes for our veterans. Okay, we really, really do. All right, let's move on to another story here. Pensacola Beach, y'all. It's becoming very popular, y'all. I mean, every day the counter, that now that You don't have to stop at the toll bridge anymore. You can just automatically go through, but they got automatic counters, and they finding we have record numbers of cars now is coming to the beach. It's presenting a problem because the beach is so popular now. They, with the new, it ain't the Bay Bridge anymore, y'all. It really is the Chappie James Bay Bridge. So let's start calling it what it is, okay? You don't hear them call the Bob Sykes Bridge something else. They always let's call that brand new bridge that we built and named it after General Chappie James, Pensacola hero. But I don't ever see them referencing that at all. Everything I see is the Pensacola Bay Bridge. Let's call it what it really is, the General Chappie James Bridge that connecting Pensacola to Gulf Breeze with this beautiful bridge that we just built. And I want to call it that. But anyway, with all of the influx of cars and the new 3-4-way full lane roads that they got there going in and out of that beach there, it creating problems on the beach itself because you got parking problems and everything on the beach. It's hard sometimes to find parking places there on the beach, but now obviously they must be running out of hotels, okay? Because Hampton Inn, it looked like they got $100 million project they intend to start breaking ground on Pensacola Beach. So, hey, if you got it like that, you want to live out on the beach and go out there every weekend in a hotel, maybe that's cheaper than trying to get across that bridge every morning. I don't know. But all I do know is that this new hotel is an opportunity to create jobs. It's an opportunity to create a more space and rooms out there, but it's going to create another problem. It's still going to create traffic jams there anyway. And if you're out there on the beach, y'all, the Blue Angels coming up next weekend. I think it's the Blue Angels next weekend. And they're going to flood the beaches, okay? Yeah. And so be careful when you're out there. When you're watching the air show, many people are going to be out there getting into the water. Again, I want to caution you again. You heard me say this one time. You heard me say this 1,000 times, okay? If you're going to get out there in the beach, go out there on your own risk, but be warned. Just be careful when you put your children out there. Number one, those beaches, because of our weather patterns lately, we began to see more choppy seas, which create more riptides, and people get out there in that riptide and get caught up in the riptide and get pulled out to sea and eventually drown trying to fight against the current. The rule of thumb is if you're caught in a riptide, do not try to swim against the tide itself, okay? Do not just let yourself float. Just let it take you out. Wave your hands that somebody can see you or something like that. If you're going to try to swim back to shore, don't swim directly back to shore. Swim parallel to the shore until you are out of that rip current situation. Number one, I was reading on the Blues Hound show the other day, y'all, and this is the truth. And the truth is sometimes so much funnier than anything you can ever make up, okay? They had 10 rules to follow when you get into the water, okay? About sharks and how to deal with shark attacks and stuff like that. But you know what they didn't have? The number one rule they should have had: stay your ass out the water. Okay? If you stay out of the water, you don't have to worry about that. When you know that shark's out there, you got to look at number one, they got signals out there to help you. They got flags if the water is bad. I don't know what the flag, because I'm not a swimmer, I'm not all that, but all I know is that they raise one color flag. That means the water is rough. You go out there on your own risk and make a red flag, yellow flag, something like that. Or they got sharks out there, they raise the flag. But just be careful. The bottom line of this, just be careful when you're out there on that beach, okay? Because we want you to come back to arrive alive. We don't want you to not come back like that little black guy that we're going to talk about a little later on in Black News. His name is Nolan, that went out with 3 of his white friends to a barren island over in Mississippi and then come back but they came back in the body bag. So we'll talk about that story in just a little bit, because that is certainly a sad state of affair. Okay, but anyway, that's the issue on with the beach. Okay, if you will. All right, let's move on to another story here. I'm not spending too much time on it. Pensacola first ever 48-hour film contest that happened over the weekend. If you're a local filmmaker and you want to, and everybody's a filmmaker now, because you know why? Because you got a camera in the palm of your hand. They call it a camcorder. I mean, call it a phone. Everybody's on YouTube. Everybody doing everything. Okay, everything. So, but anyway, they had a 48-hour film contest, and I don't know how it turned out and everything. So, but it happened this weekend. I'll get some information when I get up early in the morning. When I don't have time to look at newsreel of everything that happened overnight. Sometimes I miss it, and I don't get a chance to see everything. Over in Santa Rosa County, yes, it's in Santa Rosa County, because that's where Navarre is. They got a playground and a those splash pads that over there, they temporarily closed after they found exposures to that big word that I can't pronounce, that I talked about earlier, like this right here. Well, they found some of that over, and then they closed the thing. So you definitely don't want to get it. It's a waterborne, not a disease, what you call it when a virus, something like that. Okay, whatever it is, but be careful because you know it's there. All right, let's move on. Now, despite everything I said, and I'm going to talk to Mike Woods hopefully about 8:30 about this. They got a campaign going on this week and for the next, but not only for this weekend, but everything else, but they're going to be exactly putting more law enforcement officers out on the streets, not only because of what happened downtown in Pensacola, but in conjunction with that, the city of Pensacola is expanding its patrol in the downtown area. So you're going to see more law enforcement officers on the streets now, because they're expanding the new chief of police expanding their reach downtown. But in addition to that, y'all, there also they got a national campaign on to try to curb speeders. And so the city of Pensacola Police Department, along with the Florida Highway Patrol, stuff like that, they got a national campaign. So you better watch your speed too, because over the next 2 or 3 weeks, they got a special campaign going where they're going to be targeting speeders. Okay, so mind the speed limit. Okay, mind the speed limits, if you will. Okay, don't say you wasn't warned. Okay, don't say that you wasn't warned. All right, let me move on to another story. I think this is a national story here. This man here, how sick and depraved can people get? They set his bond at $2 million for accusingly violently raping a woman. Now, he raped a woman, causing her death. Think about that. Boy, how sick can we get? But they set his bond at $2 million. So read about that. I didn't have time to get into all the detail, but read, because that's an interesting story there in itself. All right, let's go to another story that probably everybody has heard about Sweetie Pie here. Okay, Senator Lindsey Graham unexpectedly dies at the age of 71. Okay, and I know we said unexpectedly. We know we're all expected to die. It's just a matter of when. Okay, just a matter of when. But they don't know what Well, maybe they do now. I hadn't checked the news reels this morning and everything, but it was a shock to Mega World that Senator Graham died. Now, sad that he's gone. Okay, but let me tell you, Senator Graham was not, in my opinion, let me preface this, he was not a friend of the Black community. He did everything he could in his power in the Senate that went against the grain of marginalized community. Even the gay community is allegedly saying that he was gay, and I believe that because they allegedly said it. He did not, rather than him doing legislation and support the LGBT community, he did everything he did to fight against it, even though they allegedly saying that he was gay. Okay, and but not only that, but all of the causes against Black folks he voted against. Okay, but I don't know whether they suspected any foul play or not, but the FBI, think about this now. Now, instead of, I hadn't heard anything about the FBI getting involved with the Nolan Wells case over in Mississippi yet, but yet they stepping up enforcement to assist local law authority in trying to probe the certain death of Lindsey Graham to make sure it wasn't any foul play. And he just had returned, I believe, from somewhere in the world. I don't know whether he had been over there or not, but he just returned from there, and Trump said he had just spoke with him when he had returned. So they're mourning, everybody mourning the death of lawmaker Lindsey Graham. President had made some comments about it. I wonder if he's going to write foul comments about him like he did other people. You see how the hypocrisy is. But anyhow, speaking of hypocrisies, this guy, whatever his face, Trump, whatever y'all president name is, that went to whatever he went to on his new $400 million airplane that they say that Qatar gave him, which cost the taxpayer way over. The airplane cost $400 million. Think about this for a minute, okay? The damn airplane cost $400 million, but it took over $1 billion to retrofit. $1 billion to retrofit a $400 million airplane, okay? And then it's still not safe because the threat is out. Iran, they buried the Ayatollah, the man that he killed in this administration. He also killed one of his major generals in his last administration. So now the whole country over there saying they want Trump dead. Okay. And that's not a fact. I mean, that's just a fact that they're reporting. So the threat is out on Trump's life. Trump made a statement the other day saying that if they kill me, y'all make sure y'all alleviate the country if they finally get me. But apparently the threat was credible enough that when he went to wherever he went on his $1.4 billion airplane, okay, for that he couldn't come back on it. He had to get the original Air Force One, okay, and this is a thing too. Y'all may not know this. You might not know this, but just think about the amount of time and money they spend, okay, with the president. Not only when he leaves, okay, in Air Force, they got 2 or 3 versions of Air Force One. They all leave with him, okay, the empty ones plus the one that carrying him, so that the enemy don't know which one he's flying in, and so they all have to go. And then not only that, then they got other airplanes that take the beast, the travel vehicles and all that other kind of stuff. So then they have jets to accompany them. So you think about how much money that is spent when the president leaves DC to go anywhere. Okay. Then they have Air Force One Marine One helicopters. It's just tremendous amount of money. But the bottom line is here, y'all. The bottom line is that he couldn't come back on that expensive aircraft. He could not come back on that aircraft because the danger that it presented. So he had to come back on the original Air Force One. I know I'm waiting on Commissioner May to come in here, but I'm going to be talking to him in just a minute once he check in. But anyway, let me move on to a different story here. The Florida police and deputies found a man had dogs and pigeons and all in this, all this. Y'all don't do nothing stupid, okay? And I just reported just last week, 2 police officers' dogs, 2 police canines were left in a hot car for over 7 hours. And now they pulled over. I don't know what they pulled over. I don't know how they found it out, but this person had a whole bunch of animals, dogs and pigeons and all the other kinds of stuff in a sweltering hot van. The van didn't have any windows or anything on it. Also, this is the news we're going to be talking about the Dolan case over in Mississippi, the young man that they found dead. The judge posted a message spilling rumors about her son's involvement into this. You're going to hear a lot more about this story to come, y'all. I don't know. I don't understand everything, but that's something you need to keep an eye on. And nobody knows anything. He left there with 3 white boys going on an island. They came back with his phone, but not with him. And so keep your eyes out on that story, y'all. Keep your eyes out on that story. Okay. All right. Let me talk about another story here, if you will, before we get Lumen on here. Y'all know the economy is bad. Okay. Economy is bad, and just the cost of living with this president and the whole 9 yards. I don't know. People are having to use credit card now just to pay for basic stuff. Okay. If you hadn't not looked at your credit card bill lately, I got there near an 800 credit score. Okay. And I'm paying, they charging me 28 and 30% interest. What if, Commissioner May, good morning. Are you going to be able to come on with me this morning? All right, go ahead and zoom me in if you don't mind, okay? I appreciate that because, all right, y'all, that's Commissioner May, y'all. I got to get out of here so I can get him on. But anyway, these are some national news stories y'all need to keep an eye on. Candace Owens, she's a black mega folk, but she feuding with the mega folks and all that other kind of stuff. Also, in the sports world, y'all, we're going to talk about this a little bit over in our black news, where this sport, they confirmed that this guy by the name of Jalen Adams, they confirmed his death on Saturday after the World Cup. He was a South African soccer star, died at the age of 27, and we don't know exactly what was the cause of his death, but he was called that. All right, y'all, let me move on to local stuff. My favorite commissioner, Commissioner May. He got a perfect attendance here at WBQP since we've been on this show. Commissioner May, good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing well, Vernon. How are you this morning? And thank you. My mother would remind me, I didn't always have, straight A's, but I had perfect attendance in school. And so I think that was one of the reasons the teachers always kept me, in good grace, because they knew that I would always attend, even when I was not prepared for the test. I still would go to school. I mean, it's just, and I still have a habit of that. Even if I'm not prepared, I still show up, Vernon. And so thank you for letting me never miss, even though sometimes I may not be as prepared as I should be. And you as Robert Hill have always made me look good. And, it's just, it's a blessing to be here on a rainy Monday morning, but I'm just as energized as I would be if it was sunny outside, because every day that the Lord allows for me to wake up, it's a blessed day, Vernon.
Amen. Amen. I don't care how bad it is. You know what? It could always be worse. Always look at the glass. I always try to motivate people all the time. You can look at the glass half empty, or you can look at it as being half full.
That's right.
Let's look at it. Let's look at it being half full.
Amen.
Yeah.
Hey, I heard the preacher say one time, if ain't no rain fell in your life, just wait a little while. I mean, there are going to be some dark, cloudy days, but behind every dark cloud, there's a little sunshine.
Yeah. Well, you're right. That's what my grandmama used to always say. Because she used to say, behind every dark cloud, there's a silver lining. You're right.
Yes, sir.
And that dark cloud, it don't always stay. It's sun gonna shine sometime.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, some people always, man, it's always a negative, and every time you see them, the world is caving in, and that synergy and energy are not the people you want to be around. People they want to hear some positive, because there is some good, man. There's some bad in the best of us. There's some good in the worst of us, and there's improvement in all of us. And so, I dare not, wake up this morning without first saying thank you. Thank you.
Amen.
For giving me another chance. Let me congratulate you, man. I wasn't able to attend, but I understand that you and Ellison Bennett and many of the other faith leaders were recognized on yesterday with Pastor Gregory Thornhill. And sorry I was not in attendance. We were doing basketball and tournaments all weekend that literally had me wore out, and I didn't get finished at the wee hours of the night on last night and the night before. But I'm glad to know that you're being recognized for all the great work that you do.
Thank
Vernon.
you. And you know the sad part about it, Lumen, I wasn't able to make it myself. Okay, because I'm like you. When you're one man show mode, I was committed. I got programs I have to do, and I couldn't make to be there in person. Greg, I told him that I was going to try to do, but I just wouldn't make it. But I do appreciate, I honestly and sincerely appreciate people thinking and taking the time to think that I'm worthy of their presence. So, and I want to thank the public, and I want to thank Pastor Thornhill, if you will, or anybody that thought of enough of me to think that I'm doing something good. And I try to do good for the hood. So, but I thank you. Yeah.
Hey, my mother always said, when people do anything for you, Vernon, you should just say thank you. And I tell you, the gratitude that people have now is that they think you owe them something, that they're entitled. And so I teach the young kids I work with, when somebody does something for you, say thank you. When you see a lady walking in the door, hold the door for her. Show gratitude, be humble. And, my mother always say, humble is the way. Humility will carry you places that pride and arrogance will never allow you to go. And so we appreciate you being so humble, but so effective. The most effective leaders ever are those who are humble and put service above self, and put others above themselves. And so, it's great, and you deserve it. I say, man, we have very few Black personalities in the media. Obviously we have Sue Strong, who I consider the queen of the media, and you have yourself, and you have Sunshine. We have, Robert Hill legacy still lives on, and I know that we have some people who are still maintaining at the radio station, Pete and some of those. But black media is critical to black success. Black media is critical to black communication. And so when people say, oh, we're all one country, we are. But, you have to have Spanish networks, you have to have a black network, you have to have multiple networks in order to communicate with all people, because all people deserve to be communicated with. And so I know that we are better now because of you. And so I just wanted to take that moment to congratulate you and to thank you,
Thank you.
for what you're doing, my friend.
Well, then I want to thank you too, and I want to thank the community, and I want to thank Greg and everybody that had the forethought enough to think that my service is counting. And I really from the bottom of my heart, I do want to thank everybody that it might not appear that way sometimes, folks, but I try my best to do what I can with what I got. And so, yeah, I'm trying to fill some big shoes with Robert Hill, because Robert Hill started this morning show. He started something in this community, I think, that is worthy of carrying on. And so I have you spoken to my buddy lately?
I spoke to Dr. Hill on last week, and obviously he had been a little under the weather.
Yeah.
But he was doing fine. He said to me, he said, I miss the radio station. He said, I miss Pensacola. He said, I miss the love. And he says he's going to be sneaking in and out of town here, for the end of the summer. He said he will be here this week sometime. And so
Hey, Lumen, I want you what I talked to him. I talked to him on pretty regular basis. I talked to him, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday?
But you talked to him since I talked to him. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah, but I created an AI on here. I want you to look at this, see what you think, okay? Here we go.
Hey, Doc, this is me, Robert Hill, in AI format. How do you like me now? I bet the women would love me.
What do you think?
Play that again. I want to see that again.
Hey, Doc,
All right.
This is me, Robert
Wait a
Hill.
minute. Hang on.
in AI format.
Hang
How do you
on.
like me now? Hey, Doc, this is me, Robert Hill, in AI format. How do you like me now?
Wait a minute.
I bet the women would love me.
Let me try it again. Let me play it again. Here we go.
Hey, Doc, this is me, Robert Hill, in AI format. How do you like me now? I bet the women would love me.
So what do you think?
I mean, I've never heard Hill talk about women, but I mean, did you share that with him, Vernon?
Yeah, I did share that with him. He'll be mad. He gotta be mad that I showed it here. But I created that. I just created that with AI. I put the women part in there. That's all that was. Oh, that was me now.
Oh, that is, man. You're making my day already. You're making my day already.
He'll probably be mad at me because I had enough nerve to show that. But I just like to have fun, and but all this was Lumen was created by AI and everything. So but I talk to him pretty regularly, but he's doing good. I know he had a little down in the weather like you were. You had a little issue, and so he had a little issue. So I guess he over his bout or whatever he had. So he good now.
Well, Mr. Hill has been such a instrument in this community for change. And I tell you, long before I got elected, I was a young man running around. And when he put me on radio, I probably just a little kid working at Salvation Army, and taught me to understand politics, taught me to understand GOTV, how to get out the vote. And so I will always honor, I tell people the Soul Bowl, the first broadcast was Robert Hill coming out, and, we were just at a little field over, by Salvation Army. And so his impact on community will be everlasting, Vernon. Just as I think your legacy will be everlasting, and I think that 100 years from now, it won't matter how much money you made, what you did, where you influenced in the life of a child. And every day, it's kind of like working out your soul's salvation. Every day that you're reaching someone, everyone that you're teaching someone, every day that you're helping somebody, every day that you're serving, you're making a lasting memory. And when you do those things, Vernon, you don't have to worry about anybody saying anything at your funeral. You don't need a eulogy. My dad says you preach your eulogy every day that you live.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Newman. That what they always said. Every day that little dash between birth and death is that's important to everybody. And your friend and my friend Willie Jr. always says, let your legacy, let your work speak for itself. I don't know where he got that from, but I always remember him saying that. Let your work speak for itself.
Can you hear me?
You're breaking up, Lumen. Go back again.
Hold on, Vernon.
Okay.
Hold on, let me.
You walked outside on your Wi-Fi. You in the gym?
Yeah, well, you know what? I came inside of the gym because we got the Bonner twins are kicking off their basketball camp, and can you get me? Are we better now?
We good. We good now. Yeah, we great.
Well,
right now.
I put out a lot of signs. I put out a lot of yard signs for Commissioner Jr., and it simply would say, "May the work that I've done speak for me." Yeah. And that's all he did. I tell you, it was the most unique way of campaigning that I've ever seen, and that was the way in which Willie Jr. would do it. We wouldn't put the campaign signs out probably until the day before election, and it would simply say, "May the work that I've done speak for me." And so we've tried to have that same approach, that we don't have to campaign and buy billboards. We've never bought a billboard. We've never advertised on television. Only place we advertise would be either with you, because we know each and every day we want to wake up doing the best we can for the citizens, and that's what the citizens remember.
Absolutely. And like I say, you don't have to say anything. That's what my grandmama used to always say. Son, you don't have to do anything. Your life speaks for you. Your work speaks for you. Your homework, you don't have to tell the teacher anything. Turn in your homework. She'll know how great you are or not.
I like that. Well, Vernon, before I go, man, let me make this plea.
Okay.
We know we've had a loss of life down in Palafox, but this weekend, I firsthand experienced the horrific attitudes and actions of many of our many good people. I've experienced it. We were running multiple sites, probably 5 or 6 sites across this city, and I do give Mr. Clarity credit for just trying to do something for kids and basketball. The volunteer cannot just
We're losing you just a little bit, Newman. You're breaking up a little bit here.
Can you hear me now? Can you get me now? Can you get me now? Can you get me now?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
I mean, okay. The behavior of our young people is just unacceptable. I take my hat off to our youth workers, our teachers. We have to gain control. And, one of the things that we're doing in our centers, we're sending a code of conduct standards. When we have parents who are fighting and arguing over Little League sports, or bringing baby mama daddy drama when, he's had a baby by 3 different moms and they're all the same age, when the moms think that the place to meet up is at the ballpark. At some point, we have to have some personal responsibility. There are children, our responsibility. I'm going to be the biggest advocate and the biggest fighter for resources for our children, particularly Black children. I say it all the time, the most at risk and most vulnerable population are young African Americans between the ages of 13 and 18. But those young African Americans have to have some responsibility. And when people start talking about curfews and censorship, well, I mean, that's fine. But a lock is for an honest person. If the parent is not engaged, as I've seen this entire summer, how are they going to enforce a curfew? It's parents. The curfew is parents need to be responsible for their children. And it's a sad day. It's a sad day when a 13-year-old comes to me who lives in Truman Arms says, Coach, I had to babysit my other 4 siblings. That's why I couldn't come to basketball practice. And we're having to pick him up. That's not his responsibility. These parents have a responsibility. And until we as faith-based leaders, community leaders, until we speak truth to power, as Leroy Boyd say, people will think that that's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay for our children to always be dependent on somebody else to do Christmas for them. It's not okay for our children always dependent on someone else to pay their rent. When we have the power to empower our children to become productive adults without getting in trouble. Just this last week, a young man that came through the program, 10th grade, surrounded carrying a pistol with a switch on it. And he was Division 1, not Division 2, Division 1. And 2 weeks ago, myself and Coach Ray Palmer and Coach Dominique Jones and Coach Terrell Angus, we sat out there and pleaded with this young man. But sometimes when there's an absence of a mother and a father, no matter what Coach Lumen or Commissioner May says, it falls on deaf ears. So all of us have a responsibility. If you don't want to do it globally like we do it community-wide, there's a niece, a nephew, a grandchild. There's some delinquency within your circle, maybe in your church, in your neighborhood, within your family, that you can just go and give the hardcore facts. We're looking at things now of taking the kids into the jail to talk to people who are there for murder. I mean, we're going to do everything that we can, but there is some responsibility that we have to do as parents.
Absolutely. Well said, Norman. I don't know what can we do, Norman?
I don't think that there's one. Yeah, go ahead, Vernon, I'm listening.
I guess the only thing we can do, and I was telling somebody else the other day, it's almost like throwing sand in the ocean. You know that old parable about that. Some people say, well, that's not going to make a difference. Well, it made a difference for that one sand. I think we got to do it individual by individual. We can't do something collectively, but parents going to have to get back into what I call old school parenting again. I think we have one of the problems, Lumen, that I see, that the difference between maybe how you was raised and how I was raised is that in today's environment, everybody else is raising our children. You know, we have to go to work. You got 2 parents are working in the household. So when a kid is born, we drop them off at the daycare. Then we drop them off at, everybody else got more influence in your kid's life. By the time you pick them up from school, you feed them, you make them do the homework, and then you send them in bed. You don't have as much time with them. But we gotta have to carve out time to spend with our kids so we can have more of an influence on them than the little boys down the street or the people on the other side of town. We got to do that. And you got to start just like the journey of 1,000 miles. We start with the first step. We got to start individually doing it for ourselves. Just about 2 cents.
Vernon, I think you hit it nail dead on the head. There's not one program. I remember when people said we don't have the resources. Over 20 or 30 million of Children Trust has gone into this community to help children. And I can just tell you, 10 to 15 million went in the hands of Black executive directors. And the chronic problem still persists because people still think that there's going to be some great windfall that we're going to just save all the children at once. It's what you said. It's what I tell young people when they come to me and tell me that they're going to run for office. And they say, well, how are you successful? I say, it's person to person, house to house, block to block, neighborhood to neighborhood. It all starts with one. As you said, any journey starts with the first step. And so if we can save one, then we can save 2. But we have to be committed to saving those, using those resources that we got, not for pity-pat tutorial after-school programs that's not addressing the real core need of those young people who have these aggressions and anger issues that are committing crimes and senseless murders and senseless shootings with no fear of God, no fear of their parents, no fear of law enforcement, and no fear of authority. That is a person with serious detachment issues, and it's psychological. And when you talk about Naeem Akbar and Kwanzaa Kanjufa and every great black psychologist has talked about the detachment issues when people have no attachment, they have no emotional feelings, and that's when you can have self-hatred, when you can shoot somebody that looks like you, when you can shoot and kill somebody with no emotional, when you can lie on somebody, when you can hurt somebody, and you have no remorse. That's a cold heart. And that's a damaged soul and a damaged mentality. And that, just like any health issue, has to be visited, treated, and worked with consistently, because the mental health crisis, the mental health issue of our community is just as serious as diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure. It's more serious because this psychological bondage that is upon our community is allowing for people to kill people for no reason, to hurt people for no reason. And quite frankly, Vernon, it starts sometime coming home from the church house when, when the kids in the car and you're talking about the pastor, or you're talking about that choir member, or we can't even get along in Little League sports, Facebook and, the things that you would see people go out and say and do and cause words. Words matter. The Bible teaches us that the power of the tongue. And so those things, we have to address those. When we're right, we're right. When we're wrong, we're wrong. We have to stand up against the system, and everybody loves to come say, what the politician's going to do, what the commissioner's going to do. But the question is not what the county commissioner's going to do, or not is what are you going to do for your community?
Amen. Amen. I tell you. I don't know, Commish, but we got to do something because we can't continue on the path that we're going. So,
well,
you got anything else? You got anything else before you get out of here?
Thank you, man.
I know you're on the road. I know you're on the road.
Well, we'll be this week. We'll be at National Association of Elected Officials and NOBCO as well. One of our biggest agenda items is, we'll be working with the Congressional Black Caucus and looking at what has happened with the repeal of the Voting Rights Act as well as the Civil Rights Act. Our county is one of those counties that's going to be adversely affected. The Heritage Foundation is coming forth. As I've said, this will probably be the last election that you'll look at a single member district. And so there are going to be some real challenges for underfunded candidates, for African-American candidates, quite frankly, for minority candidates in general, particularly District 3. What's going to happen? You have a school board race, I think, in which you have David Williams and Isaac Williams. I encourage people to engage. That election may be the most consequential election that you'll have impact on. So thank you so much. Thank you, Vernon. I know my time is up. As always, I'm just honored and thankful to be here at WBQP TV and radio with my man Vernon. Thank you and God bless.
All right, Commissioner. I appreciate you for coming on every week. Okay. Thank you so much again. All right. Have a safe day now. Okay. All right. All right, y'all. It's 8:30. We got a report from Officer Mike Wood. Good morning, Mike. How you doing? Turn your camera sideways, Mike. You upside down.
Oh, it is sideways. Let me see if I can move it around a little bit.
Yeah, let's see here. No, you just did the opposite. All right, now that's better. Okay, that's a lot better there. Let me see if I can get you on here. Okay.
Okay.
There we go. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. Good morning.
Well, good morning to you. How was your weekend? I hope it was uneventful now.
Yeah, it was uneventful. The week was very busy for us. We're still looking into this downtown shooting. The charges on one of the individuals has been raised by the state attorney's office to attempted murder, and so they're going to put the pressure on the folks that were responsible for this, which is exactly what they're going to do. And we want people to rest assured and know that the arresting is not over in this case. We have other arrests that will be made, but we have to make them at the right time when we have everything in order to make sure that those charges stick.
Now, those two individuals, you arrested two individuals, a man and a woman, right? So
Right.
the man that you originally arrested, y'all then upgraded his charges to
Yeah,
what attempted.
that was Mr. Safford. His charges have now been upgraded from aggravated assault to attempted murder.
Okay, now that's the guy. He's from Alabama, isn't he?
Yes.
Over here stirring up trouble. What are you doing way over here stirring up trouble?
I don't know. There he has some close ties, some family that lives in Pensacola, so he's over here quite a bit.
Well, Mike. I know you got to go, but this. I talked about this morning about people doing stupid stuff. And I don't know what relationship he had with the woman that received. Well, anybody's stupid enough to do a crime, and they're going to implicate other people, that's going to upheave their whole life, their whole family by helping somebody that did something stupid. How stupid can you be? I wouldn't. People do that, but I don't understand why, Mike.
Well, it's we don't either. It's a split-second decision when he hands a gun over that he just used to fire upon a crowd, and she took it and tried to dispose of it or try to hide it from law enforcement. So, if that was me and somebody was going to do that, I would raise my hands in the air and say, "Don't get me involved in this," and look away and get out of there, because I don't want to be any part of it. So, just a split-second bad decision on her part could cost her the rest of her life.
I know. Now I'm a crime junkie. Though looking at TV, I see this all the time. People get involved that they have nothing to do with the original crime, but they become accessory because somebody help me bury the body, help me do this, help me do that. Why would you want to upheave your own life for somebody else that you call a friend? If it was a friend, he wouldn't ask you, or she wouldn't ask you to do that. If they really was a friend, right?
Yeah, a true friend's not going to ask you to get in trouble and possibly go to prison for a very long time. That's just not going to happen. We don't understand, Vernon, and it's the same thing with mob mentality. When you have 2 or 3 people in a large crowd begin to cause trouble, throwing things or shooting, and then everybody else decides to join in. That's something that I just don't understand.
Yeah. Now I reported a couple things. Y'all beefing up patrol downtown now, right?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
So there's officers, obviously, that you can see in uniform and in marked cars, and then there's others down there that you cannot see. So both in plain clothes and looking through cameras. So we're going to keep a hard eye on downtown for the foreseeable future. This is something that Mayor Reeves and Chief Winstrom obviously take very seriously, and we're not going to back down.
Yeah, I saw another campaign y'all was involved with. I think this goes on with like a national campaign, maybe state campaign, by trying to crack down on speeders within the next couple of weeks. Can you talk to for folks that thinking about speed in the city of Pensacola? You might want to rethink that, right, Mike?
Yeah, this is not a good time to do it. We've partnered, all law enforcement agencies in several states in the South have partnered on this initiative. And speeding and other traffic violations is the #1 killer in the city of Pensacola, and has been for quite a while. So we're going to do our best to, and we hate to hand out tickets. We don't like costing people money. Please don't think that we do, but that is the form. That's what you have to do to get people's attention sometimes, and especially those that have multiple offenses. So we're going to be very strict on speeding and other traffic violations for the next week.
Can I dispel a myth or confirm a rumor with you?
Absolutely.
What about this old thing that they said, well, I got a ticket because he had to meet his quota? Ain't no such thing as a quota. No. Is that a such thing as a quota? I don't think that's a quota, is it?
No, a quota is illegal, and we make the same amount of money if we write 1 ticket or if we write 100 tickets. It doesn't matter to us, but we can't have a quota. The officers see a violation and they write the citation. And if they don't see one, they simply don't stop the car and don't write the citation.
Yeah, I know. You hear a lot of folks say, "Well, I got to take it on because he had to do his quota for the day." There ain't no such thing as that.
No, well, yeah. If you're not gonna get a ticket if you don't break the law. I can promise you that.
All right. What else we got going on that we need to be aware? The air show is coming up, and folks gonna have to be coming through the city of Pensacola, going back and forth to the beach. So, what advice you want to give them, Mike?
If you're going to the air show this weekend, you need to go the day before and get a good parking spot. and be patient when it's over with. Those deputies over there work very, very hard to get people in and out safely and as quickly as they can. But it's an island, and there's only so much room. So just pack your patience if you're going to the beach this weekend.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right. There's anything else, Mike, we want to talk about?
No, sir. I want to go out and have a quiet week, and we once again on this downtown shooting. If anybody happens to have any video of that shooting they would like to give us, we certainly would like to have that. We're putting together a huge puzzle from a huge crime scene, and that 2 or 3 seconds of video that you have might be the piece that we're looking for.
Give them a contact number in case they need to contact somebody other than crime. I know people know. I hope they know about Crime Stopper. I know they can report on Crime Stopper, but if they wanted to report something directly, how can they do that, Mike?
They can call 850-435-1900, and that's the front desk. Call after 9 o'clock, and we'll let you know what you need to do to get that information to us, and we sure appreciate it.
Okay. And folks that don't want to get involved, you can certainly use the Crime Stopper phone number that's involved. Yeah.
Absolutely. Just call Crime Stoppers or go to the P3 app. The app is free, and you can submit pictures and video through that.
Okay. Not to prolong it, but what's the P3 app?
It's an app it's a Crime Stopper app. So you can send tips, pictures, videos. It's still 100% anonymous, and we're able to communicate with you anonymously. So we still, even though that we're able to chat with you, text with you, we still don't know who you are, and we don't want to know who you are. So we just need the information that you have, and that's all we need. Because if you slip up and give us your name, we have to hang up. We have to quit communicating with you because we've got to keep this anonymous.
So you just download the app on your phone or something like that? I never. Yes. I'm glad you mentioned that because I never knew about that.
Yep, it's the letter P and the number 3, and it's a free app.
P3, great.
Yes, sir.
Great information. Thank you. Anything else?
That's it. Let's go have a quiet week, please, and watch the speeding. Please don't run any red lights. We want everybody safe. We don't want any more tragic stories, and we're going to do our best to help out with that, but we can't do it without the community.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mike. We'll see you on next week. Okay.
Thank you. You guys have a good week.
All right. You too now. All right, y'all. That's Officer Mike Woods with the City of Pensacola Police Department. He's the information officer there. He comes on every Monday. He too has a perfect attendance. He and the sheriff, and we like to kind of keep an open communication with our law enforcement partners here so that we can know what's going on. And in fact, so you can know what's going on. If you're involved in any kind of incident with law enforcement, always file a report, y'all. And I hear stories often about they was mistreated when they was pulled over or something like that. Please, if you feel that way, do not confront the officers there, but always, after the fact, go down and file a report, okay? Now, whether that report results in anything, it may and it may not. But what it does, it start creating a history, start creating a file on an individual. We always hear about a certain officer that was always nasty and abusive. But when an incident comes up and they look at his file, they don't have anything on him. Okay. How can they do that? So if you're involved with any incidents that you don't think was favorable, you should be reported. Okay. Just take the time, report it. And I'm sure now I don't know what, maybe you can report it online now, unlike it was the day maybe you have to go down to the sheriff office or down to the City of Pensacola Police Department to file a report. But do that, because what it does, it creates a file and start creating a record. And after a while, if enough people start filing on the same individual, it's going to be hard to ignore those facts. Okay. So please do that. I'm going to take a commercial break, y'all. But when we come back from the commercial break, y'all, I want Amani to talk about some Black news that's happening around the country. And when we come back from this commercial break, if you will, okay? So I want y'all to stay tuned to Morning with Vernon. Tell everybody about Morning with Vernon, and we'll be right back after this.
It's time for Mornings with Vernon. Yeah. Yeah. Get up now. Come on now. Get up. For Mornings with Vernon. let's go. Get up now, turn it up now. 1, 2, 3, let's get it now.
It's Monday. Let's get the week moving with Morning with Vernon. WBQP TV and radio, your information station.
Good morning to my Facebook friends, Lois Bless Pruitt, Janice Womack Ewing, Alan Young, Jeannie Costin, and everybody else this morning. Let's get to work.
Hey bro, this is Alan Young. That Mornings with Vernon show is out of sight. I can't wait to tune you in every morning.
I am Lois Bless Pruitt. I am so blessed to have coffee with Vernon every morning during the Mornings with Vernon show. Join us. Love you, Vernon. Vernon, this is Janice Womack Ewing. No, I'm not related to J.R. Ewing, but I love you and the Mornings with Vernon show. Keep it up, and the show too. This is Jeannie. I love Morning with Vernon. Vernon, you really is the one. Jeannie. Read my lips, honey. Vernon is the one. Now go run and tell that.
I love Morning with Vernon. Vernon, you really is the one. You really is the one. This is Jenny. I love Mornings with Vernon. Vernon, you are the one.
Hey gang, let us all give Vernon a shout out.
We love Mornings with Vernon. You better tune in to see what you're missing.
Hey!
WBQP TV and WBQP Radio are the voice of the Black community in Pensacola.
It's time for Mornings with Vernon. Yeah. Yeah. Get up now. Come on now. Get up. For Mornings with Vernon. Get up now. Let's go. Get up now. Turn it up now. 1, 2, 3. Let's get it now.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Call State Farm agent Arthur Searcy for your personal price plan today.
I remember these. Will I have the money to send my kid to college? Well, that's specific. How long has that been there? 7-letter word for a bank that helps you reach your goals.
Synovus. Order for Synovus?
Thank you.
Are you Synovus?
Yes.
Are you gonna ask or should I?
A solid financial future doesn't happen by chance. Let's talk about your potential today.
Listen to WBQP Radio in your car on CarPlay or Android Auto while you're on the go.
Since 1951, we've been here for our local community, creating pathways to care. We meet you where you are, with trusted doctors in convenient locations throughout the area. Baptist Healthcare, here for you then, now, and always.
Hello, I'm David Williams, District 3 Representative, seeking re-election to the Escambia County School Board. 4 years ago, I said, together we can make a difference. Today, I'm proud to say, together we have made a difference, thanks to your trust. And because of you, we do not have any failing schools. Our schools are safer, we've closed the achievement gap, and our students are college and career ready. I'm asking for your support again to re-elect me so that we continue the work that we started 4 years ago. Please visit my website at davidwilliams3.com to learn more about my initiatives I have accomplished and the ones I will pursue over the next 4 years. Early voting is August 8th through the 15th, and the primary is August 18th. Your vote is essential to keeping our community moving forward. Thank you.
Need a new outfit for a special occasion? Look no further than Viola's Men's Apparel. Viola's has been providing the latest styles and accessories in Pensacola for over 20 years now. We have clothes for every occasion, and we offer consultations and group discounts. You can trust that our care, quality, and class will be unmatched. Viola's Men's Apparel, for all of your menwear needs.
Joe Morrison Son Funeral Home has been in business since 1913.
Hi, I'm David Hawkins, the owner of Joe Marston Son Funeral Home, saying we are a full-service funeral home. We offer pre-need funeral planning. We have a newly remodeled chapel and conference facility. Stop by and see us today. We have 9 vehicles, all waiting to service you. At Joe Marston Son Funeral Home, we appreciate your stopping by. On behalf of all of our family here at Joe Marston Son Funeral Home, thank you so much for allowing our family to serve you.
Keep growing.
Remember where you came from. It's the foundation of who you are.
Show up for others.
That's been our approach at Penn Air for 90 years. Penn Air Credit Union, 90 years strong.
Tell everybody.
WBQP TV and WBQP Radio are your information stations.
Tune in to the Blues Hound Show every Saturday, 10 a.m. on WBQP TV.
Welcome to WBQP TV, the voice of the Black community. We are your information station. Stay tuned.
Got projects in mind? A Penn Air home equity line gives you access to funds without the fees. Penn Air Credit Union. Join us.
Choosing the right school is one of the most important decisions you'll make for your child. At Jacqueline Harris Preparatory Academy, we provide a safe, supporting environment where students grow academically and personally. With strong core instruction and unique programs, students gain confidence, creativity, and real-world skills. At JHPA, we live by our motto, enter to learn, depart to serve. Enroll today and prepare your child to soar.
This is Prayer Perspectives by J.O. Gatson on your WBQP.
Hi, Vernon. Here's your WBQP weekly weather forecast. And we're looking at another summer weather week with warm temperatures, high humidity, and a daily chance for showers and thunderstorms. Monday starts off with a 70% chance of thunderstorms. Look for a high of 85 degrees and a low of 74. Tuesday brings more of the same, with scattered thunderstorms and another 70% chance of rain. Highs reach 87 degrees with a low of 75. By Wednesday, we'll finally catch a break. Expect partly cloudy skies with just a 20% chance of rain. Temperatures heat up to 91 degrees with a low of 76. Thursday turns even hotter with a high of 93 degrees and a low of 77. We'll keep a 30% chance of an afternoon shower. And on Friday, we'll wrap up the week with mostly cloudy skies, a high of 94 degrees and a low of 77. Overall, expect a warm and humid week with scattered thunderstorms early in the week. This is Cheryl Mulrain, and that's your weekly weather forecast on WBQP TV.
Oh,
I'm Dr. Isaac Williams, and I'm running for School Board District 3. Our community is asking for change, and I agree. District 3 deserves change. District 3 deserves a representative who will listen, communicate, and stay connected to the community. Our students need every opportunity to succeed. Our teachers need support, and our community and parents need a voice. I've spent my time as a servant leader in the Marine Corps, as a pastor, as a community activist, and I'm prepared now to serve District 3 on day one. And I will be honored to earn your support and your vote on August 18th. God bless you. God keep you.
Welcome to WBQP TV, the voice of the Black community. We are your information station. Stay tuned.
It's time for Mornings with Vernon. Yeah. Yeah. Get up now. Come on now. Get up. For Mornings with Vernon. Get up now. Let's go. Get up now. Turn it up now. 1, 2, 3. Let's get it out.
All right, y'all. Good morning. Morning with Vernon this morning. How everybody doing this morning? Hope you had a good weekend. I got a new installment, a piece of news, y'all, that we can use. I want to talk about news that affecting our community this morning. Now, but before we do that, before we go into that, I want to have Lola to give you the traffic report again. Okay, Lola, are you there with the? Can you do me the traffic report again so folks know how to get around town here and everything? Can you do that for me?
You had a beautiful weekend. Here's your Monday WBQP traffic report for the Pensacola area. If you're heading out for the Monday morning commute, expect moderate to heavy traffic between 6:45 and 8:30 a.m. as drivers return to work after the weekend. Traffic is building on Interstate 10 eastbound, approaching the I-110 interchange and the Escambia Bay Bridge, where commuters from Santa Rosa County can expect slower than normal travel. On US 98, across the Pensacola Bay Bridge into Gulf Breeze, allow a few extra minutes as beach traffic combines with the morning rush. Congestion is also possible along Cervantes Street, Davis Highway, 9th Avenue, and Bayou Boulevard during peak school and work travel times. Motorists should also be aware that fiber optic installation projects continue in portions of Pensacola, with intermittent lane restrictions possible on some city streets. Use caution around work crews and obey Florida 511 reports no major regional traffic alerts affecting Pensacola's primary highways, though conditions can change quickly during the morning commute. WBQP traffic tip of the day. Leave 10 to 15 minutes early, avoid distractions, and give yourself extra following distance during the Monday morning rush. I'm Lola in the WBQP Traffic Center. Have a safe drive, and thanks for making WBQP TV and WBQP Radio your information station part of your morning commute.
All right, thank you, Lola. Can I go over to Naomi? Naomi, we're going to give me a report on the African American news, okay? Naomi, good morning. Sugar, how you doing?
Good morning, Vernon. I'm Naomi. Here are this week's top African American headlines. NAACP demands federal investigation after 2 Black men die in Tennessee. The NAACP is demanding a federal civil rights investigation following the deaths of Tyreen Johnson, who was shot by Tennessee National Guard troops in Memphis, and Darius Chappell, who died while in custody after a violent arrest in Clarksville. The organization is also calling for the suspension of the Memphis Safe Task Force until independent investigations are completed. NAACP launches $20 million Black voter mobilization campaign. As America marks its 250th anniversary, the NAACP announced a $20 million nationwide campaign designed to register, educate, and mobilize millions of Black voters ahead of the 2026 midterm elections. The initiative will focus on voting rights, civic engagement, and turnout in key states. Ben Crump and Al Sharpton join families seeking answers in Nolan Wells' case. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump and Reverend Al Sharpton stood with the family of Mississippi teenager Nolan Wells, demanding transparency as questions continue surrounding the circumstances of his death. The case has attracted national attention across Black media. Bowie State nursing graduates achieve 100% national pass rate. Maryland's Bowie State University, one of the nation's leading HBCUs, announced that every graduate in its nursing program passed the NCLEX licensing exam on the first attempt, an achievement celebrated as another example of excellence at historically Black colleges and universities. Mississippi judge speaks out after rumors spread online. Mississippi Chancery Judge Ashley Cole publicly addressed social media rumors linking her son to the Nolan Wells investigation, urging the public to rely on verified facts rather than misinformation circulating online.
Former Jackson, Mississippi mayor pleads guilty in federal bribery case involving alleged corruption and is awaiting sentencing. The case continues to draw attention throughout Mississippi and the Black political community. New museum celebrating Black women's history receives $1 million boost. A new museum dedicated to preserving and celebrating the contributions of Black women received a $1 million grant, helping expand exhibits highlighting African American leadership, education, civil rights, and culture. Black father sparks national conversation after recording son's first police stop. A viral video showing a Black father documenting his teenage son's first encounter with police has renewed discussions nationwide about the talk many Black families have regarding interactions with law enforcement. Indiana Black Expo draws thousands. The annual Indiana Black Expo Summer Celebration welcomed thousands of visitors for events focused on Black business, education, healthcare, entrepreneurship, and youth leadership. Organizers called it one of the largest gatherings celebrating African American achievement in the Midwest. HBCUs continue strong enrollment and workforce expansion. Historically Black colleges and universities continue expanding programs in nursing, technology, engineering, cybersecurity, and artificial intelligence while preparing students for another academic year of record interest and enrollment. Those are your WBQP TV and WBQP Radio African American headlines. For more stories affecting our community, keep watching WBQP TV and WBQP Radio, your information station, the voice of the Black community. Thank you, Vernon. This has been Naomi reporting WBQP Headlines News.
All right, Naomi, let's go over to Orion. Orion going to give us some news we can use into sports this week. Orion, what's going on in sports?
Good morning,
this week?
Vernon. Hello, everyone. And welcome to the WBQP Sports Report, bringing you the biggest sports stories from around the country and here at home. The countdown is on to the 2026 FIFA World Cup final as the world's biggest sporting event reaches its championship weekend. Millions of fans are watching as the remaining teams battle for soccer's ultimate prize, bringing one of the most successful World Cups in history to an exciting finish. Over in London, Wimbledon wrapped up another memorable tournament. On the women's side, Linda Noskova captured her first Grand Slam title in a thrilling championship match, while the men's final features Jannik Sinner taking on Alexander Zverev for the prestigious Wimbledon crown. In Major League Baseball, excitement continues as the league prepares for the MLB All-Star Game. Baseball's biggest stars will gather after the Home Run Derby, while teams continue battling for first place before the midseason break. The NBA Summer League is also underway, giving basketball fans an early look at the league's newest rookies and young talent hoping to earn roster spots for the upcoming season. On the hardwood, the WNBA season continues, with teams jockeying for playoff position as several marquee matchups headline this week's schedule. Cycling fans are following the legendary Tour de France, where riders continue to battle through challenging mountain stages and extreme summer heat as the race heads toward Paris. Local sports. Here along the Gulf Coast, the Pensacola Blue Wahoos continue their minor league baseball season, with fans packing Blue Wahoo Stadium for another exciting homestand. The Pensacola Ice Flyers are preparing for training camp and the upcoming hockey season, while the University of West Florida Argonauts continue summer workouts as football, volleyball, and fall sports inch closer to kickoff. That's your WBQP Sports Report for the week of July 10th through July 20th. I'm Orion, reminding you to stay active, support your local teams, and keep it right here on WBQP TV and WBQP Radio, the voice of the Black community. Have a great week. Back to you, Vernon.
Thank you, Orion. I want to thank Orion. I want to thank Amani Naomi. Now Mountie gonna get me, but then Naomi for African American news. I think it's important that we talk about news in our community. I didn't have time to comment on these, but I got a lot of issues with some of the issues, but particularly about the story that happened in Tennessee, where you got National Guardsmen shot and killed an individual up in Memphis, Tennessee. But we'll talk about that later. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here. I love you. My time is up for today, but I want y'all to remind folks, Morning with Vernon is on every morning between 6 and 6:30 and 9:30 every morning, okay? And I want y'all to let everybody know that we're on. Put it on Facebook, put it everywhere, and so folks can know how to get this station and get this show. I love you. As Omar would always say, I love you with the perfect love. And but ain't nothing you can do about it. And but I like what Blueshound would always say. Blueshound would always say, yeah, maybe I'm breaking this English up because I wasn't good in English anyway. Use the onlyest one that I love. Okay, don't forget it. I'll see you tomorrow, y'all. Have a great day.
Start your day with Mornings with Vernon on WBQP, Monday through Friday from 6:30 to 9 a.m. Watch on Channel 12 and listen on WBQP Radio on your phone, Alexa, or CarPlay. WBQP is your information station.
It's Monday! Let's get the week moving with Morning with Vernon.
It's time for Mornings with Vernon. Yeah. Yeah. Get up now. Come on now.